To answer this question, we need to divide 87 by 3. Another way of thinking about that is how many times will 3 go into 87? And that's an important way of thinking about it because we're going to break this down into a couple of steps, starting by thinking how many times does 3 go into 8? Well, one lot of 3 is 3, so it'll definitely go in once. 2 lots of 3 are 6, so it'll definitely go in twice. 3 lots of 3 are 9. Whoa, 9's bigger than 8, so it's not going to go in 3 times. So we know that it's going to fit in twice, but there's going to be a bit left over. So now that we know that it fits in 2 times, we can put a 2 in the answer box above the 8. But how much is left over is also really important. 2 lots of 3 are 6, which means that we've filled up 6 of the 8 spaces, but there are 2 left over, which means we need to carry those leftover 2 into the next column. So you can see here we've got a little grey answer box and we need to put a 2 in that because we've got 2 left over. To do that we need to go to the second tab on the floating menu and use the small 2 to fill in that little grey answer box. Now that we've filled that in, we can see that instead of having 7 in this box, we've now got the number 27. And so we'll ask ourselves, how many times does 3 go into 27? If you're up on your times tables, you'll know that 3 lots of 9 are 27, so 3 will go into 27 9 times, and so we'll put a 9 in the last answer box to complete the question. Let's try another one. This time we're saying how many times will 7 go into 14? Well, let's start with the first digit. How many times will 7 go into 1? 0 times. It's not even going to fit once, so we'll put a 0 in the box above the 1. But we still have 1 to carry over into the next box, so we'll go to the second tab and drag a small 1 into the little grey answer box. Now we're asking ourselves, how many times does 7 go into 14? 7 will go into 14 exactly twice, so we'll put a 2 in the last answer box. Let's try another one. Now we're asking ourselves, how many times does 3 go into 3? Well, 3 goes into 3 exactly once, so we'll put a 1 above the 3, and there's nothing to carry over because it's gone in exactly 1 time. How many times does 3 go into 0? It goes in exactly 0 times, and that completes the question.